Hi everyone. I wanted to give you a quick run through of the political topic summary assignment. Hopefully if you read the instructions on Blackboard and watch this video, it will help answer some of the questions that you might have. So first I wanted to give you a very overview of the assignment, kind of talk to you about where I'm coming from with this. What I want you to do is pick a topic that's a contemporary political topic and do research on it. You are going to find credible sources, unbiased sources, high quality sources that talk about that topic. You're going to look at that, research the issue, and then write up a summary of that topic. I have a list of topics that I want you to choose from. So if you look at the assignment instructions on Blackboard, you will see that topic list. Choose one of those topics and then start doing your research. You need to find high quality sources. You need to find credible sources. That means that they need to be written by people who have a high area of expertise on the subject. For example, you want to find someone who has advanced degrees, who works in that field and has for some time. You want to find someone who has a high knowledge of whatever the topic is that you're choosing. That is a good amount of expertise. You also want to make sure that the sources are objective or unbiased, at least as much as they can be. And so this means going to websites that you know, that you trust, finding sources written from authors who are presenting research-based information versus opinion pieces. Look for as much objectivity in these sources as possible. You also want to find sources that are relatively recent. The topics that I've given you are all very contemporary, and so you should not have a hard time finding information about those sources that is recent. And then, of course, what is the observational capacity of the reference of the source? Is it something that has been conducted and discussed firsthand from firsthand experience, or is it something that somebody else is reporting on second or third hand after the fact? That firsthand experience is best. I would suggest going to EBSCOhost. I would suggest using the NSU library as a place to start with your research. After that, if those don't give you information that you're looking for, you could go to Google Scholar, but really try to start developing some good research habits for this class. So as you are putting together, as you're going through and doing your research, I would suggest actually doing the second part of this assignment then. That is your annotated bibliography. This is your reference sheet. So what you're going to do, I need 6 to 10 sources that are about this topic. You're going to format on your reference sheet each source. You're going to list in APA style. There's a guide on Blackboard that can help you with that. And as you list it, after you list it in APA style, you're going to give me a couple of sentences that summarize what that article says. So it could be, oh, I found this great article on, I found a really great research article from a journal, a highly reputable, peer-reviewed journal. I've cited it in APA style, and then I'm going to tell you this research article told me about this topic. Here's what I took away from it. Right, so you're just kind of providing yourself with a summary of what that source says. So if you ever need to go back and use that source again, you remember what it's there for. So you're going to do that 6 to 10 times, 6 to 10 different sources, give me them in APA style, and then write a couple of sentences afterwards. I've actually got a sample of what that looks like to show you, but I'm going to wait until the end because it's also got the other part of the assignment, a sample of that as well. So now, once you've done all of your research, you will then write up a brief summary of that topic. Your topic summary should be a paragraph or two, and really just try to provide an overview of what that topic is about. Think of it this way. You are writing for someone who has no idea, who's never heard of this. They're like, oh, hey, this is a brand new world to me. I wonder what this topic's about. What is climate change? What is the immigration ban? Whatever. Write it for an audience that knows next to nothing. Give me a paragraph or two summarizing it and doing it in writing it as unbiased as you can. I want this to be objective. I want this to present multiple sides of whatever the debate or argument is. And I want you to keep your opinion out of it as much as possible. That's where you'll fall back on those sources, those references that you found, so that you can say, according to this person, here's what this says. Here's what's known about this topic. And do try to present as much balance in your summary as you can. So the assignment will actually start with the summary, and then you'll end with your reference sheet. I wanted to explain it backwards because that's how I would approach the assignment, do the research first and then write the summary. But whenever you actually format it to submit through Blackboard, you want to have the summary first and then the reference page after. So this is going to be an assignment that's worth 50 points, so a pretty decent chunk. I'm looking at 25 points going towards that annotated bibliography, so make sure you are getting those really good sources. If you have questions about the source that you're looking at, you can always ask me. I'm happy to help with that. I'll grade the summary is worth 15 points, so it's not worth as much as the reference part. And then, of course, I'm looking for good writing. So, correct usage of grammar, clear organization in your summary and in your sentences after your references. 10 points will go towards that. Let me go ahead and show you a little bit of what this sample topic summary could look like. And you can also find the document itself through Blackboard, but I just thought it would be nice to kind of walk you through that as well. This is actually an old report that I did in grad school. So this is a summary sheet that was about political speech, political rhetoric. I was taking a grad course in political communication, so hey. You can see a couple of the sources here that we were reading, but you can see I start with like a brief summary paragraph of what all is known about this topic. And then I give you a source and a few sentences. Now these sources are lengthier in terms of the description than you need to submit. You could give me 1 bullet point instead of 3, but this gives you an idea of what that looks like, right? So I start with a book chapter, I move to a research article, or I guess that's another book chapter, then a research article. I'm summarizing them, I'm telling you questions that I had or things that I took away from those readings. And I believe this is 6 sources. So yeah, this is a sample of what you could submit. It does not have to be as lengthy. It can, again, for those annotations under the references, for your descriptions underneath each reference, you could give me 1 bullet point, 1 to 2 sentences is fine. But I do want you to focus your work on this assignment, on that part of the activity. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will do my best to answer them for you. And I'm looking forward to reading all of your topic summaries.